Hey guys, not our weekly recap, but I got the chance to talk to Kent Rexford, who made it back from an injury timeout. Good to see you again, man.
Glad to be here.
How's the back feeling? Better?
Amazing.
Awesome.
That's the best surgeon around.
Awesome. So, one of the things we talk about here at Alpha all the time is the art of Jiu-jitsu. And it's amazing and how big it is. And people have probably heard me give that speech till they're sick of hearing it. What I like to do occasionally is come in and talk to someone who has a different kind of version of that, and I want to talk real quick to Kent, because Kent is one of our resident MMA fighters who spent a lot of time in the ring, spent a lot of time training different places, different things. Muay Thai coach at the old building. Hopefully we work, hopefully once his back is all good to go, he's good on that again. But coming from an MMA perspective and coming from a stepping into the cage perspective, give us some insight into how Jiu-Jitsu is different for that application versus coming in and loving the art and playing it every night like we do.
It's completely different. In the MMA world, you don't have a gi on, and you could choose to train without gi, but I suggest not. The gi is where it's at. It's a whole different side of the game. But just the fundamentals of continuously rolling, rather than just taking like wrestling and Muay Thai and thinking you can stay off your back. It's a whole nother game to it, man. The cardio on top of it is different than just running cardio or Muay Thai cardio. It's the body on body cardio is mind blowing when it comes to MMA.
So what are the differences you see in the techniques you choose in Jiu-Jitsu for coming in here to do the art or coming in here for self-defense versus the techniques you're going to select to train before you step into the cage?
Well, when I'm in here doing just strictly Jiu-Jitsu, man, I'm trying to work technique and find new submissions to work on. Always trying to better the arsenal for sure. But when it's like fight training and it's camp for fighting, man, it's a whole different thing, because now you're not just worried about chokes or arm bars or any of that. You got elbows now and punches and knees, and it's a whole different game changer when you're training for a fight. It's the rounds are different, the times are different, the movements are all different. It's not like you see a lot of guys in Jiu-Jitsu, they get to a rest point. In MMA there is no rest point, man. You think you're there, and then you're gonna get elbows and change the whole game.
Cool. So now we've talked about some of the differences. What are the similarities? What can you take away from coming into a class where we are doing the art of Jiu-Jitsu, we are in the gi? What can you take away from that and apply towards the fight game? Well,
in here, it's definitely in the JIT side of it. It's more training towards the technique side. You're not worried about the elbows and punches so much. So then when you take it from the JIT side to the MMA side and add the punches and everything, like your JIT game is so much faster, your movement's so much faster, you're thinking about where the arms are and the legs are before the punches, so it kind of helps out in that aspect, I guess,
So you're learning like the fundamentals of the body movement, where you put your arms, where you put your legs, and that's helping you down the road as well?
Absolutely, man. JITs is, man, I came in as a wrestler, started wrestling in this game, and then took on the JITs and the Muay Thai side of it, man. It changed everything. Man, the ground is where it's at for fighting, man. Like, if you get rocked and fall to your back, unless you're in boxing, you're still going. You know what I mean? So you can do your hands all day long. That one punch that rocks you and puts you on your butt, man, is gonna change your whole fight game. Now you gotta work off your back.
Now you gotta have your guard game. You gotta have your
gotta have it.
Cool. Anything else?
Love this place, man. This gym rocks. This guy is the real deal.
Whatever, man. Great to have Kent back. I'm glad to have you back, man.
Love it here. Love you guys.
Guys, we got busy stuff going on. You can probably hear in the background we got kids coming in, so we got to wrap this up. But just some thoughts on Jiu-Jitsu outside of what we typically do, and from a different mindset. And I think that's important. I think you got to look at. I always say Jiu-Jitsu is a big game. We got to look at it from a bunch of different lenses, and it's great to have Kent here to look at it from that lens. So, guys, we'll see you later.